So I just finished the whole series of Castlevania, and I have nothing better to say than one word: peak! I have genuinely not been glued to a screen this bad since Arcane, and I know that was only like 2-3 months ago, but I'm extremely picky when it comes to something that catches my eye. But I am glad to say that this series has cracked my top 10 of all time. So I want to talk about it, of course, because I like to yap, and I want to hear what everyone else has to say. Lucky for y'all, I'm gonna do this season by season, because Lord knows I cannot do this episodically. I mean, look at X-Men series, come on. So season 1, go. Y'all ever just look at a person and go, white people? Because this is the only feeling that courses through my veins when we're introduced to Lisa in the first minute of the show. Oh, there's an all-powerful vampire that can kill me quicker than I can blink living up in that castle? I hope he knows what carbon dioxide is made of. Luckily, plot armor is strong with her, as she is your typical beast-taming woman who ain't putting up with all this rudeness. I mean, he's literally Dracula, so anyways, all Lisa is here for is the knowledge to gain and share with humanity, to which obviously Dracula is like, ain't nobody want to help these lame humans. But seeing how convincing and lovable one human is slowly changes his mind. And look where that got us, huh? This is why you don't trust humans with anything. The moment they saw Lisa put Mentos in Coca-Cola, they decide to burn her at the stake in the name of God. And I just want to make one thing clear: God is my Lord and Savior, and I do all things through him. This series obviously paints Christianity in a negative light, and I put up with it because it was so good. But I just want to let y'all know, just about all these people serving God in the series do not honor his sacrifice with the things I see them do to others and in general. So anyways, the town of Lupu get ready to watch Lisa burn and love every second of it. Meanwhile, Lisa is on the stake shouting they don't know what they're doing, telling Dracula that they don't know any better, and warning the townsfolk that they are making a big mistake. It was like, yeah, a big mistake, we ain't bring no barbecue sauce, and proceed to light her up. To which that same flame that burned Lisa up starts talking. I don't think y'all heard me correctly. It started talking. Clearly, I'm not getting through to someone because this priest keeps saying he ain't real. And we've already heard 6 sentences come out of his mouth. We're not even near Nocturne's time period, so you know holograms don't exist. This pisses bro off even more. So he decides to listen to Lisa and attempt to be the better man. He gives them exactly 1 year from this day to do better and make peace. If he don't see them gone or regretting their actions in that 1 year, he will exterminate these bugs from the nation. I'm looking at plane tickets right now. I don't even care if I gotta fly Spirit, because I'm getting the heck out of here. You know how much pain you gotta cause a man to pack his own son up for trying to show him reason? Quick nod to arguably the best character in the series, but hey, I'm sure everyone else in Wallachia is on the same page, right? I guarantee they listened to Dracula and made sure to honor his word. Let's fast forward 1 year to see how they do it. So I guess throwing a block party was the only conclusion they could come up with, huh? Don't say you were never warned. Dracula proceeds to rip humanity an everlasting new one. I ain't seen a massacre this bad since... Actually, I don't think I've ever seen a massacre this bad. Men, women, and children are anything but safe in this attack, as his army rips them to shreds one by one. And this is just from the night creatures. Oh, the night creatures. I only care about the Nocturne ones, if you know what I mean. But to be honest, I could care less about what Dracula's doing. I think it's completely justified. Get rid of humanity for all I care. Except that one. He seems pretty important. Trevor Jack Daniels Belmont proves his worth of bearing the family crest by barely beating up a pub of inbred goat hitters. I'll be real, y'all. The moment the man showed up, I did not give a flying phoenix as to who he was and what he was gonna do. This is quite literally my only experience with Castlevania, so I'm sitting here expecting him to no-diff farmers and blow up the place with absolute dominance. But I'm introduced to a sorry piece of flesh who doesn't know if he should uphold the family tradition or drink himself to death. But thankfully, I slowly start to see the Trevor Belmont that I'm hoping to see as he stumbles into the city of Gresham, where every day is quite literally a living hell. I mean, a woman woke up to her baby gone and a crib soaked in blood, and I saw the night creature carrying it in his mouth. He clearly sees something wrong in this town, as he speaks with just about everyone who holds their sanity intact, and with that he realizes that the priests are evil and the speakers mean nothing but to help. And just a quick history lesson, speakers are essentially like the walking library of the world. They go around like recording everything that happens, so everyone from the future can know the past. Moving on, and he shows what kind of man he is by beating the everlasting crap out of these priests, which was at least enough to convince me that Trevor is really like that, when sober, I guess, and assisting the speakers of clearing their name of baseless rumors. But before he can truly free the speakers from the city, he's tasked with a personal side quest that will change this series forever. That quest is to find the granddaughter of the head speaker of their tribe, who I tell you with the utmost respect and confidence is my favorite character of Castlevania. When Trevor goes down and defeats this ugly Scott Summers wannabe, he frees the Medusa-stricken victims. We're all dead, by the way, except one. That one person is Sifa, a speaker mage who has demonstrated the most powerful spells and skill I have seen in the series, at least for a human. Like when I tell y'all, they cannot keep up with this goddess. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention she's freaking beautiful? I don't even want to say things like she a baddie or she's so fine, because like I got way too much respect for this character. But we all know she a baddie, right? But anyways, after Sifa is reunited with her tribe, it's time to confront the bishop of these priests who's putting the blame on them for all that's happening in their city. Oh, you know what? I know exactly why Gresham is putting up with all this crap from the night creatures. It's because this bastard is using his vacation time to chill out here. The one man who is truly responsible for Dracula unleashing his wrath upon humanity. I'm not even gonna give bro the satisfaction of remembering his name. I'm gonna call him Lawrence. I don't know, it just feels disrespectful like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, who you know named Lawrence that you respect? Lawrence Fishburne? Alright, chill out, gang. But anyways, he's playing the blame game because he can't fathom that his works through God brought upon this terror. So naturally, he guns for the group that could give a more logical reason to their suffering, since the mob is already plotting how they're gonna make some room in that trench for more bodies. Not gonna lie, this is a really important moment for Trevor, but Sifa's lips were distracting. Nonetheless, the last remaining Belmont decides it's time to stop running and fight for a greater cause. Because it's not dying they fear the most, it's never having stood up and fought for you. And dying has never frightened him. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is officially where I got behind Trevor Belmont. Like I had said before, I only thought of him as an alcoholic mess who only cares for his own well-being. But we're quickly shown that he is a man with morals, a man who wants to do his best to carry on his family's legacy, and a man who can no-diff a group of wannabe thugs like he's Batman and Arkham Knight. Like, how do you predict whipping an archer in the face, taking him out, but also he shoots his homie in the arm, sending him to his death while bleeding out? He might be him. But you know what really sealed the deal for me? It's when Trevor got the whole town on his side by fact-checking the priests on what they really about. Like, why is a priest even carrying a knife instead of a Bible in broad daylight? How come the men of God are enticing the townsfolk to commit murder against those who have done no wrong? Why was you beating an old man in an alley instead of beating him with the Holy Spirit? And don't think I ain't see you over there in the third road in the left beating your meat during 10 o'clock service. Anyways, he blew up their spot and doubles down on the fact that them and their bishop murdered an innocent woman, Lisa, accusing her of satanic dabblings, which in turn brought upon the apocalypse. It didn't take long for the townsfolk to follow up on it. Oh yeah, speaking about the bishop, he's dead. Yeah, he got pressed by a speaking night creature with LEDs in his head. Not gonna lie, it was a cool moment, but I really wanted him to get worse. Like, I know he's just a lowly human, but in my head, I'm thinking the bishop is about to be like Loki in Castlevania, where he's just like always escaping and showing up in different locations where you least expect it to cause more pain and suffering. I wanted him to have a one-on-one moment with Dracula where he slowly gets picked apart piece by piece. I needed Dracula to get his personal get back so bad, but no, he's just the communion bread for a demon. Lord forgive me. Anyways, now that Satan's true soldiers are gone, Dracula decides to come out in full force. But thanks to Trevor's truth-spoken riz, he instructs the whole town on how to defend themselves. All from positioning certain people with different weapons to using holy water and salt. But all things considered, the one defining factor they have in winning this battle is a tactical nuke named Sifa. Bro, when she first showed off her abilities, I was thinking half and half. Like, one half was like, oh, so going Todoroki as far as you can go, huh? But the other half was like, Dracula better count his days, because I already know she wiping the floor with him. The way she's just completely her own person who can take care of themselves. Like, I know what I'm saying sounds like your typical modern audience written female, but Sifa will literally never use her gender as an excuse or a boost to her ego. You know what I mean? She is simply just there for the love of the game. And she is truly awesome. Anyways, they wipe the floor with them, and Trevor and Sifa accidentally stumble upon the tomb of a sleeping messiah who is said to be under Gresham. My foolish behind thought they found Dracula. Why did I think they found Dracula? I don't know. At this point in my Castlevania journey, I literally had no idea who Alucard was. Yeah, I saw Rapunzel in the beginning, but I literally was sitting there like, he must be important. Brother, I ain't even watched Hellsing, yet you think I'ma know who Alucard is? Trevor thought the same thing though, so that doesn't really help my case, does it? Well, with the big reveal, Alucard is suspicious of Trevor for being a Belmont. You know, the people who have been hunting his people for generations. Trevor is suspicious of Alucard for being, well, a vampire. It's pretty plain and simple. And Sifa just wants them to get along because they need Alucard to kill Dracula. And Trevor quite literally saved her life. But after some clarifications, it seems the three's meeting is through fate, courtesy of the speaker's story of the future. They now go on their mission to kill Dracula, ending season 1 and starting the true journey of the story, Castlevania. So season 1 was absolutely amazing, man. Well, I wouldn't say amazing, but it was more like it was so interesting that it got me hooked to look forward to more. I am extremely picky when it comes to shows that I watch. If I don't have an inkling of interest in a show, I will not even give it a chance. I only gave this a shot because it's animated, and people kept saying it was better than 75% of the shows that I've watched, and I have nothing but gratitude towards those guys. It was one thing watching Dracula get his revenge on humanity, but by episode 2, I genuinely had the feeling of like, this might get boring fast, because I saw no possible way of Dracula losing to humanity. Who's gonna stop them? Trevor Belmont? I know that he's literally trained to kill vampires, but I've only seen bro handle a whip and beat up a few priests. Then he met Sifa, who was obviously going to join him, and I was slightly more optimistic, but also like, I just watched Dracula FaceTime a town in a ball of flames, so I highly doubt he's getting owned by Icy Hot today. But then we got Alucard, Dracula's very own son. And then I'm like, oh snap, they might actually do this. So that last shot with the big three on their way had me invested and ready for more. Also, the fights, so amazing, I'm not gonna lie to you. The choreography, especially with like Trevor's fights, the way that he handles a whip and sword, specifically with his fight against Alucard, oh my gosh, dog. Like, I didn't know that a whip could do that. It probably can't realistically, but like just seeing it made me think, wow, that takes skill. This series as a whole is just simply amazing. So going forward, I want to say this. When I do series reviews like this, I'm doing it by like acts or seasons. I cannot do it episodically anymore. I suck at that. So the videos will be brief, but very informative. But I really want to talk about these kinds of series. But yeah, guys, I really want to know what y'all thought about Castlevania. I know that it's been years since it came out. I'm just late. I'm jumping on the bandwagon. But regardless, what is your favorite part of Castlevania? Who's your favorite character? What did you think about Act 1? And what series do you want to see on this channel? Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Love y'all. Take it easy. Peace.